Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the Weekly Bento here on the Otaku Crypt. I am your fill-in host, Crypt Keeper Joshy T. The regular host, Serenity, is away in Cape Breton enjoying some much-needed and much-deserved family time with her bat Mark and company. This week we've got news about a fan-made Pokemon game that has been a decade in the making, the return of a classic and iconic PlayStation character, a Miyazaki film-inspired design takes wing, and the second installment in the Sonico Summer Sessions, our feature of this week, Fantasy Bunny Cosplay. So, as every anime fan and pretty much anybody in the world knows, Pokemon has taken over the world once again, with Pokemon Go bringing in new people and bringing back old people, and the people who were still there just having a reason to be excited about Pokemon again. In the midst of this, an original fan-made Pokemon game is coming out after 9 years in development. Fans and programmers JV Uranium and Voluntary Twitch decided 9 years ago that they wanted to make their own Pokemon game, and it has now come to life in the form of Pokemon Uranium Edition. Now this is a completely unofficial game, of course, but it is freaking cool. It's exactly like a Pokemon game on the DS, but with a few extra twists. For one, all the Pokemon included, which are about 150, are custom-made Pokemon that, from a cursory glance, appear to be an amalgamation of other Pokemon, as well as original designs by them, and they're pretty darn cool. One of the other biggest additions has been the addition of a new type called Nuclear. And as the name would imply, any nuclear type Pokemon tends to have the green radioactive glow, and it's a really cool effect. But what might be the most interesting thing about the release of this game is simply the timing. The fact that it came out amidst all this Pokemon hype makes you wonder if it was a strategic move by the developers, or simply the timing all worked out. One of the other amazing coincidences of this is that this original game is set in a tropical setting, which is very interesting when you think about how Pokemon Sun and Moon is set in a tropical setting. Kind of makes you wonder if Nintendo had their eye on this game and was pulling a few ideas for themselves. So if you're interested and want to see more of Pokemon Uranium, you can go to their official Twitter page to check out the game status and some of the original artwork. Moving on to some nostalgia news, for those of you who were around for the original PlayStation, you may remember, like I did, a little game that came included on the demo disc called Parappa the Rappa. It featured a very funny kind of hip-hop dressed dog and his wacky friends, including a karate master onion. Now, Parappa the Rappa, of course, was a rhythm game that, to this day, I can still remember one of the level raps in my head. Now, Parappa and his friends are getting a second life on Japanese TV. Quite a while ago, Parappa the Rappa had a bunch of animated shorts included on a variety show, and that is now happening again. However, Parappa is not the main character. It's actually PJ Barry who is the title character in focus, but characters like Parappa and Master Onion will be included in the show. As mentioned, this will be part of a smaller variety show, and you're looking at a bunch of 5-minute animated shorts as to a full-blown series. I just love this purely for the nostalgia. Like I said, this was a character that was from the PlayStation 1. So do you guys remember Parappa the Rappa? And if so, leave your memories with it in the comments down below. Some super cool tech news I found and just wanted to share with you. Miyazaki fans will love this. The classic Miyazaki film Nausicaa Valley of the Wind has been given life in a strange way. For those of you who remember the movie, the title character has a cool jet-powered glider. And now a Japanese aerospace team called Open Sky decided to see if this thing could actually be built. And they did. Now, of course, it's not exactly like the one in the film. It is modified to be a bit more practical, but this thing is just so cool. I'll show you some of the video while I tell you about this. Now, at first when they're getting this thing to go, it seems like a little off balance and it doesn't even seem like it's gonna take off. But then when they get it set and it starts going, you hear that turbine fire up and this thing just takes off. And it can't be more than 8 feet wide. It is so small, and it is basically a human being strapped onto a jet turbine. And it is just so cool to watch. And the fact that it's something pulled straight out of Miyazaki is just awesome. And that of course begs the question, which I will pass on to you guys, is there anything else from Miyazaki that you would like to see be made real? Me personally, I want full-on Howl's Moving Castle theme park. It doesn't even need to walk around as long as it's actually like to scale and just kind of vibrates a little bit. That would be awesome. And that of course brings us to our final segment, our cosplay feature. And keeping with this month's theme, the Sonico Summer Sessions, we have another great Super Sonico cosplay. For this second session, I want to feature a dear friend, Diana, who goes by Fantasy Bunny Cosplay. Now Diana had to be included on this list simply because I know her as a Sonico. I met her last year at the Cosplay Beach Hangout, and she did the white swimsuit Sonico, and she was just so adorable. She just absolutely embodied Sonico's cute nature, and while that is meant to be a multifaceted character, I just felt like she really brought out that part of it, and I think my opinion is supported with the pictures here. Also, she does just an absolutely fantastic Nurse Sonico. It was so cute. I was so happy when she did this. I love it when people really embrace the character, especially one like Sonico who has so many different looks, and when one cosplayer really embraces that about the character and tries to do them in many different forms. I just love it, and I love how Diana pulls these off. She has also done some other amazing costumes. This year at Anime North, she did a fantastic Nidalee from League of Legends, and I was so sad I missed her, but it was a crazy weekend, as you guys may know. A slightly sad note to this feature, Diana is getting ready to take a sabbatical semi-retirement from cosplay, as she will be pursuing higher education in the fall. Of course, we hope this is just a break, and that when summer comes around again, Fantasy Bunny Cosplay will return, hopefully with more adorable Super Sonico cosplay. In the meantime, you can go check her out on Facebook, Twitter, and all those places at Fantasy Bunny Cosplay. And that is all for this edition of the Weekly Bento. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the stories. We will include links down below so that you can see more of them, including full videos and the social media links to our feature. In addition to that, you can always go to otakukrypt.com to see all of our stuff, including the Weekly Bento, cosplayer feature videos, convention photo galleries, and the podcast. Again, all of that at otakukrypt.com. I have been your fill-in host, Crypt Keeper Joshy T, and Serenity will be back next week with another edition of the Weekly Bento. We'll see you guys.